And we would casually walk down to the bus stop. We'd play hacky sack. You killed a rabbit with a blowgun dart the morning before school one time, you know, and then you'd get on the bus.
I need you to elaborate a little bit on that.
So
just casual.
You wanted a blowgun dart for a birthday or Christmas.
I was always obsessed with weird things, and you would always somehow make it happen, whether it's like a Christmas gift or birthday gift. Like I can ride the unicycle. I can pogo stick like insanely well. That's how I pinched my penis one time. The first time I swore in front of you, you got mad. Yeah, the blowgun. What else? You had a couple weird things too.
You would do the
stick things.
Stick
I could
thing.
do the
I would
Diablo.
do the Diablo. I was more into BMX.
But yeah, that one morning we saw a rabbit.
So you had 3 darts. First one went right below its belly. Second one went right over its back. Third one right in the middle.
Just a casual morning hunt.
Casual.
In like a suburban town. Yeah.
And then
It was pretty woodsy back there.
Yeah, our house was. Our house was just acres of woods.
And then you got on the bus and I skinned the thing and we ate it for dinner that night.
Your rule for because we did grow up hunting. I've made this clear before with firearms. All like it was like when I say man's man shit, like I mean it. And can you tell me what your rule was if we were ever to kill an animal?
If you kill it, we had to eat it. That's it. It didn't matter what. If it was a bird, a frog, a snake, you kill it, we're eating it.
Yeah.
And that taught respect for life, but it also kept them from just randomly just killing shit and being careless.
Yeah. I remember you took me hunting. You took us both hunting.
Yeah.
And I eventually kind of like fell out of love with it when I got older.
Yeah.
Because I remember my first deer that I dropped, I cried. Tears of happiness. The first time I've ever cried tears of happiness, I was 10.
10 years old.
10 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? I was so happy. And then by the time I was like an adult who like knew what I liked, I mean, you noticed we'd be in the tree stand. I'd be playing Game Boy.
Right.
I just became like uninterested.
And that was fine. It didn't matter. I mean, look, there was one point where you're sitting on a rock over here and I'm over here with Jake's hunting and you're like, I see 6 doe. And there's a buck, and it's a 6-pointer. You're going to drop it? Now, in Ohio, grown-ass men would have dropped that buck because guys just want to get a buck. Here's Logan at 13 or 14 going, no, I think I'm going to hold off for a bigger one. I'm like, all right, it's cool. Whatever you want.
It never came. But you know what it did come for?
What?
That motherfucker Jake.
Bruh. I had better hunter's luck. I had like a 10-pointer, 2 8-pointers.
Wasn't the 10-pointer your first deer?
No.
No.
I had a couple doe.
Okay.
Remember the doe? Because we were in the tree stand. I thought you were in the tree stand too. And it was a back shot. And
that was me with the crossbow?
No. Jake's first one was out of the same tree stand that you dropped yours. But when he shot it, the thing dropped and hit it in the back.
That was me.
No, that was you with the crossbow. But Jake also because Jake's crawled off into the woods.
But I remember that morning. Because that was the time where I was like kind of not really liking hunting anymore, and Dad had his big 10-point buck in his den where he'd do his work, and I was like, I'm gonna get a deer and try to impress my dad. And that morning, you asked me at the cabin, you're like, "Yo, it's 6:30 a.m. You want to go?" I was like, "Nah, I'm asleep today." And you took Jake, and this dude dropped the most beautiful buck I've ever.
Giant.
Is it above your bed?
Yeah, it's above my bed.
Yeah, it's a nice buck.
Dang. That was at the.
It kind of show. It's like the gold is just a little bit further if you just gotta dig.
Dude, there's that one. There's that one meme. I'm gonna look this up.
Well, the funny thing about this was Jake. So we're out there and Jake and I are looking over. We're watching birds and we're doing shit and blah blah. And I'm like, Jake, buck. And he looks and he sees it and he's watching it for a few minutes and he's about to take a shot. Then the thing kind of turns and quarters away. And I go, just wait. He waits. Things lined up perfect. 80-yard shot with a muzzle loader. Drops it. The thing runs like 30, 40 yards. Jake goes back and he wakes up everybody in the cabin. And Jake was very nonchalant. Now, most guys would be like, I just dropped this monster buck. It's super sweet. Jake goes in the cabin. He's like, hey, guys. They're like, what are you doing here? He's like, I just dropped a deer. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, you got a nice 10-point buck. And they're like, no way, Jake. And he's like, yeah. And Logan goes, dude, if we get out of bed and you take us down there and you're lying, I'm kicking your ass. Jake's like,
that was my plan, is to be super chill about
just
it.
another casual morning kill.
This is what this reminds me of. I think about this all the time. The dude who gives up right before he's about to hit the jackpot versus the crazy psychopath who keeps on digging. Right. Be the crazy psychopath.
Keep going.
Yeah. So that was at the cabin, man. A lot of good memories there.
That's like the prototype for the ranch, though, isn't it?
I think it's why I felt like I needed to get a ranch.
Well, you said you're like, I want something like the cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was there, I was getting like flashbacks.
I know.
It was weird.
So many things similar to it.